ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. We gon' hustle till it's gone. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, we got it till it's gone. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, we hustle till it's gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Downtime in the Ring Live. We have just finished up another pay-per-view, another AEW banger. No matter what anybody says, that was a hell of a show, a hell of a way to go out. And currently, as we are talking, Sting is still cutting a promo out there in Greensboro. So hopefully we will all get to know what that is once we hop off this show and, you know, go and check our own personal socials and see everything going on. I am one of your co-hosts, Donovan. You have your other co-host, Chris. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just
that's like your catchphrase.
Yeah, nothing much.
That's it. That's the only thing you reply with.
Yeah, it's a common thing I reply with. I liked all the matches. It was a pretty good pay-per-view. I really enjoyed it. The match that I thought was gonna be kind of like the match was pretty good. So
we were wrong. Well, you said that Moxley was gonna bleed the most, ended up being Darbs and then
yeah,
both people that you said were gonna bleed the most didn't bleed at all. One guy did bleed, and none of us thought that was gonna happen. And then Dax was the one that carried like the blood fest.
Hey, I was still true on the amount of liters of blood that were spilt. I firmly believe that it wasn't the people, but it was the amount of liters.
A hell of a pay-per-view, hell of a moment. I don't.
You want to start from the beginning, or
I don't even know what to say. So for one, I am super I don't understand when people say, you know, yes, he has some bad booking, but the pay-per-views are always fire. So no matter what. And they always lead into new stories. So I'm solely into just a Tony Khan stan, and just like, guys, he's got the ravioli. He's got it when it comes to pay-per-views, because damn, this was good. But we'll go into it. Match 1, Daniel Garcia versus the Patriarchy, everybody's father, the truest father of all fathers in professional wrestling, the father of it all, Christian. Like, holy shit, dude.
I didn't see a whole lot of that match. I was in the middle of getting food, so
it was good. Daddy Magic had to come out and help Daniel Garcia against Killswitch. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm super tired. I had a super busy weekend. Shout out to Phase 1 Pro Wrestling out in Rio Rancho. Killed it. Sold out show. First show back. Revitalizing. Did amazing. I was wrong at the last live that we had. I didn't run security. I was actually given the social media content dude job. So I was filming. TikToks are going to come out, a whole bunch of cool stuff. Wrestlers interacted with me just the way that, you know, it was amazing getting to do all that stuff. And some cool things are planned for Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. I'm very excited. So if I sound a little tired, it's just because I've been moving all weekend nonstop. But going into that match, super excited to see Daniel Garcia finally get it when it does happen. The Patriarchy was absolutely insane. You know, everybody helping Christian win. Christian just being the heel that he's meant to be. So I was super into this match. I didn't really have anything like bad to say about this match, and really, like I said, I was excited, but I didn't think it was going to be one of the best ones. It showed out for this pay-per-view, so I was super happy with
From
it.
what I did see, like it was typical like shenanigans with the family and stuff like that. So it worked all well. It worked well. Again, I can't say too much on it because I was kind of in and out with it.
It was good. It was a good match overall. And then match number 2, that was the Continental Crown Championship match between Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson. And holy shit.
Yeah, those guys.
Not the bathroom break match that I thought. That was not. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it was pretty intense hitting. I'm like, it's a Daniel Bryan match. I don't know if it's bathroom break, but it proved.
I was super like, when it started, I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. Who knows? This is probably gonna be the bathroom break match. It'll be just hard hitting, but not really too like, over the top. No, these two men completely killed it. I'm super excited to see where they go from here. I don't know if Eddie Kingston is gonna just keep going. Like, the only person left he has in the BCC is Wheeler Yuta to finally earn respect, and he'll have all 4 members. So I don't know where they're gonna go with that because Yuta's been hurt. But that was a hell of a match. That was a hell of a match in that one. And then we'll go on to what it was the 8-man All-Star Scramble.
Yes,
bro, we got our big
correct, and I was correct on the booking of that match. Okay.
Do you want an award
Wikipedia
or
sources? Huh?
I said, do you want an award or?
Well, no, just the satisfaction that you are wrong.
How am I wrong?
Wikipedia is true sometimes. TM.
Touch grass. So it was perfect. I enjoyed it because of the big meaty men 4-way flexing. I like that Lance Archer didn't flex because he's the only one that isn't really cut or built in that. So he just mocked their height. Overall,
in all honesty, for me, this was the bathroom match because of just how long they were setting up and everything. They're trying to get their whole shine in with each and every one of them. I like the best part about it was the double lion salt.
Yeah,
that Jericho and what's his name? The
Magnus.
Yeah, I thought that was a good spot.
I thought that this match did not need to be the bathroom break. Like, I don't agree with that. I enjoyed it. I was into it, but I got to see 4 big guys take their time, get their shine, actually get their moment in the sun. Obviously, Wardlow won, and he pinned the guy that you wanted to win, that you said in the live. So even though I'm wrong, my pick pinned your pick, bitch. So I was super excited. I was like, okay, cool. This is just gonna lead into the Undisputed Kingdom doing all their shenanigans, being the shenanigans of all shenanigans.
My pick beat your pick, bitch.
Exactly. My pick beat your pick, bitch. So get wrecked, nerd.
Leading into the next one is Roderick Strong versus Orange Cassidy.
Broke my fucking heart.
Yep, my pick beat your pick, bitch. So
you're still a little bitch, but my pick put the work in. It's because he didn't do his signature thing, and I even told Morgan, I was like, he didn't get to put his hands in his pocket.
Put his hands in his pocket.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it. That's the gabagool. That is the gobble. That is how he wins, and he didn't get to do it. Roderick Strong pulled the reverse and pulled his pants up to his nipples. into a belly to back
Yep.
suplex and made me fucking pissed. I was like, no.
Everything landed on Roderick Strong's knee. Everything. Like
Ex-
everything ended with Orange just his back on Roderick Strong's knee at some point.
except for the botch at the second rope when he picked
Was
him up.
it? Was it a botch? I'm
I
curious.
would say that's a botch. There's no way
I
that
feel
was
like it was maybe off center, but I think that was with intention, just based off of how he stepped down, and
well,
how
how
he
are you
landed.
well, how would he have saved it?
Well, exactly.
If it wasn't a botch, like there was no way, there was no other way. I didn't think that was, I thought it was a botch. Like there was
and I
no
missed
way.
this part. Yeah. So Kyle O'Reilly returned. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he did. He
And-
doesn't look okay. This is my personal opinion. This is not hating on him, but he didn't look like Kyle O'Reilly. He still looks like he may be injured or sick.
Could be,
But
yeah.
him coming in, so he comes in, the Undisputed Kingdom at that point, they're like, oh, here's a shirt, we're gonna give it to you. He throws the shirt at Roddy, he grabs him by the head and he whispers in his ear, and then Roddy's confused, and then you just see a grief-stricken Kyle O'Reilly walking away. And I'm like, oh, so are we? I don't know what he would say though, because this is how the Undisputed Era was.
I brought Bobby back.
Oh,
Bobby
God.
Fish.
Oh God. But I don't know like where we could go from this, because it doesn't make sense. This is what the Undisputed Era was. So why is he saying like, my immediate thought was this isn't us, and I'm like, no, this is 100% you guys in NXT. There's no arguing. This is y'all.
Just with the addition of the Kingdom. And Wardlow.
And Adam Cole's hurt. Like I don't. So there that can't be logically what it is. It has to be maybe, they need to go on their tag team again, because they were Redragon, right?
Yeah,
they were
Red Dragon.
So maybe he's like, we need to just stay with us, because obviously the other things have failed when they tried to do the Undisputed Elite or something like that. It's still
kind of weird though, because it's Roddy, and because what makes it weird is because it's Roddy, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and then of course everyone
the other three. Yeah,
but they're all a part of the same group. Therefore, it's just causing confusion whether or not, like, what are you trying to do? Are you like, it's like feeling like it's a civil war already, and it hasn't even been that long since we've seen these guys on television.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's been a long time since we've seen Kyle. Like it's been a minute. But the other guys, I don't understand. I don't know where we're going, especially because of what happens later on in the night. But it was a great match. Broke my heart that Orange lost it, because now Orange can't go to the main event, like the world title picture. He obviously can't, because we have like 16 guys in that picture right now currently. So I don't know where Orange is gonna go. I don't know if Orange is gonna, if this was a way to like ride him off for a little bit, give him a vacation, because he is the longest reigning men's champion in AEW history. So I don't know if he is getting a vacation. I don't know. And it makes me sad, because I love having Orange on every week, or even on Fridays or Saturdays. So I don't know where we're going with this. I have no idea.
They'll probably do something with the Kingdom and the Best Friends, something that will culminate into another parking lot brawl. Somehow.
Another parking lot. Another one. Can we just have Anarchy in the Arena and Allegiant Stadium? I would prefer that for when we go to Double or Nothing.
It's the Best Friends is the thing, though. It's the parking lot brawl.
I know, but still, well, because they did Anarchy in the Arena for Wembley, so
they did. I guess in the same
because we got Sue overseas.
Yeah. So
what was the next match?
Blackpool versus FTR.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it.
It was one of those weird matches,
That was my bathroom match.
I felt like they were trying to piss each other off, and it wasn't working, but it was working at
Yeah,
certain points.
I didn't like it. Again, like I said on Thursday, didn't need to be a pay-per-view. Did not need to be a pay-per-view. Didn't need to be a pay-per-view. Yeah. There's no I do think the Bucks winning would have been more realistic. Yeah, once we get to that match, we'll talk about it. But yeah, because traditionally when you retire or when you change territories, you lose on your way out. So this threw me for a curve.
They'll
100%.
probably just vacate.
I mean, you can do that, but again, we had like old school traditions, but the biggest one was broken. But we'll get into that when we get to that match. Yeah, that was my bathroom match. Was that tag team match? Could have been a collision. Could have been a dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Did not need to be on here.
It's because Mox didn't have the kick pads to go around with his Death Jitsu pants.
Bro, you can give him shit all you want. He did not bleed, and I think that
I
is
know.
that's like the lottery right there, bro. That is the lottery.
The one time I bet on John Moxley to bleed, he doesn't bleed.
I know, dude. Shit.
Damn it. But hey, Dax Harwood bleed, so 0.5 points. Out of that.
He bled so much. He bled so goddamn much for no reason. Well, he hit the step, so I understand, but I was also like, please don't tell me that this was intentional, because there was no need for this. There was no need for this much blood in Greensboro. There's no reason for this. And then after that, what do we have?
Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I loved because it even threw me off for a second
when Mariah May came out.
Oh my god! Because Morgan was like
old Tony. Damn.
Morgan she's watching and she goes, "Is that?" And I was like, "NXT Tony's here? What?" And then I looked and I was like, "Oh wait, oh that's not her."
I had to double take with that one though.
I had to double take.
I was like, "Oh, that is not Tony Storm at all."
And then Tony came out and I was like, "Damn, Mariah May, she can cosplay," because that was really cool, dude. But I was blown away, man, because that was cool. That was a cool little hint, like a little Easter egg for everybody. We got NXT Tony Storm for it.
As far as the match was concerned, I liked it. It was of like the first real in-depth look into Deonna Purrazzo. I've seen a couple of her Impact matches here and there, but after kind of watching her on like an actual pay-per-view, like it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It sucks that she had to lose out of it, but I mean, dirty pin stuff like that, that's the route that they're going, so it's all fair.
It stuck with the theme for the night, and I had to explain the theme to Morgan because I kept catching on with almost every match except for like the 8-man scramble. A lot of tonight was just straight old school technical wrestling to fit the theme of Sting and Ric Flair and Steamboat. I was like, okay, and the women, they killed it. They did exactly, they understood the assignment compared to some of the men. They understood the assignment perfectly. And I mean, Storm won. We get Monet in a week, in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
in 2 weeks.
They'll probably push it a little bit more with that, and then
knowing Tony, she'll have 2 stories before she gets a world title shot. So
yeah, I see it.
So she'll wrestle like maybe Thunder Rosa when she comes in, and then she'll wrestle Deanna Purrazzo,
One more
or
time.
like one more time, and then by the time we get there, we should be at Double or Nothing or All In or All Out, and Mercedes Moné gets her title shot.
Yeah.
Other than that, the women killed it 100%. And then after that, did we have the Osprey and Takeshita straight
Osprey and
up?
Takeshita. That wasn't technical wrestling. That
No,
was
that was
battery.
beauty.
That was battery.
That was beauty. So Morgan goes, she's like after her experience at Phase 1, she's trying to get more into the mind of professional wrestling. So she was trying to like call spots and do all these kind of things. And I was like, not for this match.
Not with Osprey.
Not with Osprey. So she kept
Osprey.
she kept going, and I was like, don't, because you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna understand what this man does, because only this man understands
anything and everything.
Yes. So like, it started off slow, and she was like, man, it's really slow for these two. And I went, it's a build. Japanese wrestling is a build. That is it. There is nothing more. This is straight building. And then so with each pinfall, they kept building more and more. And I was like,
it's like every time they get knocked out, they regain consciousness and become like Super Saiyans. They get stronger every time. They get stronger every time.
American wrestling, it's a roller coaster. Japanese wrestling, we're gonna get to that climax, and it's gonna take all of our energy out.
You think that they just added cheat codes into the thing, and
yeah.
So it was insane.
That was one of the
it's an Osprey match. It's an Osprey match. We knew what we were gonna get going in, and it was gonna be it was my match of the night.
That 100%. That was my match of the night. That was my match of the night.
It was by like the most hard hitting. Don Callis, which they pointed out wasn't involved, so there was no shitty
shenanigans.
Pretty solid wrestling. God, I'm so ready for Osprey to be in this scene. He's gonna just revitalize it. Maybe give him Action Andretti and Dante Martin in some other matches, and we'll see it. We'll see it.
So she kept going too. Like, she had her heart set. She was like, okay, well, I've seen formats of wrestling, and it looks like Takeshita's he's gonna go over. He's gonna win. And I was like, are you sure? And so each time Takeshita kept giving her that little bit of hope. And then finally, when he lost, I looked at her and I was like, expensive debuts never lose. And she goes, what do you mean? And I was like, this is this man's first night in an AEW contract. He is technically a debut. They never lose. And she went, oh, she was like, shit, you're right. I was like, exactly. Expensive debuts never lose. Never. I've never seen it happen before. So this is going to be, him being here is going to be so much fun.
And those guys gave each other CTE for days.
CTE you later. That is what they got them.
Takeshita was like somehow like just like fists up still, and he's like knocked the hell out. I was like, yeah, that's that Japanese style.
Did you hear Excalibur when he put him in the Styles Clash?
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh my God, the Styles Clash. And I looked at Morgan and I was like, he wasn't supposed to say that. He wasn't
supposed to say the Styles Clash.
He wasn't supposed to say that, and he did. I was like, oh, that's I love those little Easter eggs in matches.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. There were a lot of little Easter eggs, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
For into the next match, it was Joe versus Paige versus Swerve.
The most over man in that entire match. So I called it between me and her. When the match started, I was like, Hangman's gonna take the fall. No matter what, Hangman's taking the fall. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, I'm sure he's taking the fall, which he did. I called it. I knew he was gonna be the one to take the fall. There was no way Swerve was gonna take the fall. I thought Swerve was gonna do it. I really did. I was
when
like,
when the stream was cutting out for us, you had to refresh it. Right as you refreshed it, it opened up and it was at the 3 count where it was kicked out, and you gave me it was a roller coaster of emotions with that.
yeah. Yeah, you were. I feel bad too because I knew I was like, oh no, oh no.
It was by far like, is he gonna win it? Is he gonna win it? It was so good though. There was a spot though between Swerve where Joe is in the coquina clutch, or no. Paige was in the clutch
Yeah,
while Swerve does the spiral tap. That was AJ. That was AJ Daniels
yeah,
callback. I absolutely loved it. There was so much to it that called back with AJ's with Styles and Daniels. Swerve hitting the gritty, great as always. Paige just going ham on a ref. That solidifies the heel turn. I enjoy it.
Well, I mean, we got a double turn in this.
Yeah,
match
it was a double turn
because we get Swerve, who doesn't want to cheat, to win the title finally, and Hangman, who legitimately just did not want Swerve to win.
Yeah, I know, because he's tapping so quickly. Oh, dude.
I was so pissed.
McIntyre. Okay, I made the McIntyre joke, but I don't even think McIntyre would ever be that petty to do that.
It would have to be with no, he wouldn't. Still no. Like, this is a whole new level of pettiness we've seen in professional wrestling.
Yeah, where he loses knowing damn well the other guy doesn't get it. Oh man, that was dirty.
That broke my heart because I was like, oh, okay. You know,
and he smiled too. He was smiling, and I was like, you bastard.
He did what we didn't want him to do. He took it away from our boy. He killed it. He didn't swerve. He crashed when he drove.
And the fan interaction, I will say there were certain moments in the crowd where they were kind of very silent when they should have been kind of like, I think particularly the Kingston Moxley match.
Kingston
or the Moxley FTR match.
See, like I said,
yeah.
if that was my bathroom break match, I know for a fact that was a lot of people's bathroom breaks match.
Yeah, but with back to the swerve to the triple threat, the Nana just making sure everyone's like hype and stuff over it, man, that's what saves it. You need a lot of crowd interaction for that match, so it helped a lot. But that match in and of itself was so good, so good. I really thought Swerve was gonna win it too.
I was ready. I had my phone ready. I was about to be like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in a while. And then Hangman screwed not only Swerve, but he screwed a lot of people. So he got his heat. He got the heat he wanted. No matter what, he got the heat he wanted. So let's talk about the main event. Basically what sponsored this whole damn pay-per-view, because it's what sold out this pay-per-view. The EVPs have challenged for the AEW tag team titles, going up against the AEW champions of Darby Allin and the retiring Sting. His entrance, oh my God, it pulled my heart. I loved it so much. I wish Kurt Angle got something like that when he retired against Baron Corbin.
Go ahead.
I was going to say beautiful, no matter what, beautiful in my opinion. What were you going to say?
It was a great opening package. I liked the entirety of how it was shot and everything. That's Darby Allin for you. Always has to do some film stuff. But a lot of WWE's been getting hate for not allowing footage from Sting stuff, you know. But what about the TNA stuff? What about them? You know, only complaint. Only complaint was
the only
thing there was a lack of TNA footage.
The only thing I can say to that is that there would be one man who probably would have done it, and he's no longer there.
True.
That's it. He probably would have done it for free. And Anthem was probably going to charge an arm and a leg for it. So that's the only thing I can say.
Yeah,
Is
that sucks. Oh, but aside from all that, that was the only minor complaint was the lack
You
of
want-
TNA footage. Because I wanted, like, at a certain point, I wanted him to come out in his TNA theme, but maybe that was just me being like, oh man, Sting is out, you know?
That's fantasy booking right there.
That was just for me. I was like, man, that would have been awesome. But it was still such a good match. Good opening with the Suns coming out with Surfer Sting and Wolfpack.
So Surfer Sting, I was like, I popped because I was like, is that how he's fucking coming out? Is that how he's gonna do it?
That's where I believed it.
I was like,
believed it.
And then I realized, oh, that one's way too jacked to be current Sting. And then the other son came out as Wolfpack, and I was like, I love this a lot more now. I'm not hurt. And then finally we had Stinger. I like that his sons got, their quote unquote revenge in the match.
They didn't really participate in the match other than that initial spot.
Yeah.
And setting everything up all together.
Which I was, like I said, I was happy. They got their revenge, quote unquote, against Matthew and Nicholas.
People are gonna hate on that, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's Sting's last match. He's not.
If he wanted his sons, he's gonna put his sons in. TK is gonna make sure.
Steamboat and Flair, though, I liked Steamboat coming out. That was a nice little surprise.
And you're happy about that. I was like, man, we got Magnum TA in the background. I was like, holy, we got NWA. We got the old school NWA in the front row. Like, what the hell, man? I would have rather been there talking to them. So then it was a hell of a match. It was a hell of a match.
Yeah, I liked every spot that they did, including like that one. Oh my god,
the glass.
Darby.
Yeah.
Darby, my dude. I get that, like, we hate on you every once in a while because you're kind of like down and then you're up again by doing a large spot, but you're really I appreciate the amount of effort that you put your body and the amount of torture that you put your body through, but it's reminding me too much of the Hardy syndrome. It's reminding me too much of Hardy syndrome and stuff like that. Like with the glass, like at first I was like, oh, maybe he wasn't cut. Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna jump until, or my initial thought is, okay, he's gonna jump. There's gonna be Nick or Matt, and it'll lighten the load. It won't be as bad. And obviously they have their vests, so it won't cut them as much. No. 5 seconds after he finally rolled on his back and he just starts bleeding, I was like, he's done. He's out of this match. They
had tape on his back, like black electrical tape, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that, man. Why? Like what?
Like, it was a great spot. I mean, it was great. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it, but I feel like I guess that's what Darby's great at, is being on that fence of, was it good enough to destroy your body, or was it kind of like an idiot? That's going to be the talking point of this pay-per-view. That is going to be very much a talking point in this of this entire match.
Yeah.
But overall, I really enjoyed it. Sting just hulking up every which time, just showing like he doesn't want to finish it. So there was a lot of sentiment towards that. I really enjoyed it. Winning, I thought he was going to lose after like the second EVP trigger, but I mean, winning, I can only see them vacating unless like the Suns step up. The guy in specifically Surfer Sting.
See, they don't have to vacate because Darby can still he just has to choose a new partner.
Oh yeah, there is that precedent.
So I'm like, who on the roster fits Darby Allin? That's where I was like, I don't understand it.
The House of Black.
Okay, the House of Black is just straight up hardcore screaming music, and Darby Allin's like, okay, the House of Black is like those knife shops, like those old knife shops you see at the mall, and then Darby Allin is Hot Topic, and those two don't go together. That's the best way I can say it.
Conversion to paganism is always a thing.
It
They've done it. It's established.
They've done it, but this is not. I don't see Darby Allin being in the House of Black. Like, I don't see Darby Allin and Buddy Matthews tag teaming in a match. I can't. But
that's just me going with aesthetic here. As far as I don't know what Darby Allin's going to do after this.
Tag team with Sammy Guevara.
That he's already fought Joe.
This is tough.
You have to. I feel like you have to turn him heel.
Yeah.
If you're just gonna stick with the same thing, turn him heel, make him wear black pants instead of those stupid shorts that he always likes to wear at big pay-per-views.
Instead, have him do the black shorts but denim socks.
Denim socks. Okay, reverse Orange Cassidy.
Basically, just have him wear black shorts and orange socks, denim socks.
I mean, Orange Cassidy's got nothing to do. Have them tag team.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, yeah. Orange Cassidy's just as crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Currently right now, all they're saying is that Stinger got to bring his sons back out. TK came out, the entire locker room came out, and that's it. So yeah, no, he didn't be like, ha, swerve, this really isn't my last match. I'm gonna stay. No. So I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Commissioner. On-screen authority figure.
If he comes, I need Teddy Long to come for Collision. So you have two complete opposites. I would love it.
I would love to see Commissioner Sting back. Just have him come out with his sunglasses and no face paint. Yep, I want it. Keep Sting on the product. Just don't have him wrestle until he has to wrestle.
Unless he becomes a commissioner over at TNA and just comes home. Just comes home.
Don't tease me with a good time. I would love that.
Oh, especially if he has to deal with with whatever they're called, the movement or whatever, what Moose, Brian Myers.
He can like have his little dialogue with Dolph Ziggler. Like, yeah, remember that time in 2014?
We don't talk about that time in 2014. Oh, that would be hilarious. No, overall, great pay-per-view. I'm excited for next month because we get a new pay-per-view. AEW Dynasty in St. Louis. Super excited for that. I'm very excited because we have GCW at the beginning of that month, very close to us. Then AEW's in St. Louis. Who knows? Maybe we get an AEW star at that GCW event. That'd be really freaking cool at this point.
That would be cool.
Oh, dude, I would tinkle my shorts if I got to do that. Tinkle my shorts. But any other final thoughts? We'll probably hit this back up on Thursday because we'll get the aftermath with the brand new logo on AEW Dynamite. And apparently the tunnels are coming back. We get the good and bad tunnels again. So who knows what's going to happen. But any final thoughts on this pay-per-view?
No, solid pay-per-view. I'd say I'd give it damn near, if I had to rank it, 8.5. 8.5.
I'll give it an 8. Just for the tag team match. Like I said, I didn't really care for that one too much. And probably the scramble. I'll agree. The scramble could have been on Dynamite, and the tag team match could have been on Collision. Other than that, it was a great pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us on Thursdays as we will probably hit all of this stuff back up 6 p.m. or 6:10 Mountain Time. You guys can find us on YouTube, Kick, Facebook, all of these places. You guys can listen in, hear our thoughts, hear whatever we got to say. Shout out again to Phase 1 Pro Wrestling for letting me help backstage and do all the, get to interact with everybody. It was an amazing event. Truly loved it. Can't wait to go back in June for Phase 1 Pro Wrestling Sellout. If you guys don't know what that is, head over to the Phase 1 Pro Facebook page so you guys can get ready because it'll sell out again. We didn't even know if this one was going to sell out. It did. Was amazing. Can't wait. You guys can also catch us on Spotify at Downtime in the Ring. The episodes are still uploading. And you can also find us Downtime in the Ring on YouTube. Later, guys. Oh, God. Where's my mouse? Huh.